What's happening, guys? I'm Paul Sharp. I help people transform themselves in 90 days or less. If you want to get in on that, man, hit me up. Let's get to work. It's funny. So Tom Nichols wrote a book, The Death of Expertise. If you haven't read it, read it. I have read it several times. It is an important work. It makes me think. Every time I read it, it makes me think, what don't I know? What if I'm wrong? Should I have an opinion on this based on the knowledge that I possess on this subject? Before I post something on the internet, before I put something up on YouTube, before I even engage in a conversation face to face with people that I know, I ask myself, do I know enough to talk right now, or should I just listen? And a great example of this is the assassination attempt on former President Trump yesterday. People are already on social media firing it up, man, getting into it, going back and forth, conspiracy theories, crazy stuff. Here's what I learned in the police academy. Wait 48 to 72 hours before forming an opinion. And that has been so valuable for me. Professor Mike Zoff, who taught the law classes there, was talking about building a theory for a case. And he stressed that you have to be careful, that you can build a theory, but you can't get married to that theory as if it can't change, as if you can't acquire new information, discover new things that cause you to say, that's no longer valid, we need to go this direction. Because what will happen is where someone decides that this is what happened, and I need to shoehorn this evidence into this box to make this case. No, you follow the evidence, and wherever it leads, like you build a working theory, but wherever it leads, and you have to be willing to go, man, I was wrong about that. Okay, let's go this direction. Quickly and effortlessly, without a whole lot of weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth, man. Like, the evidence is what's important. That's going to tell you which direction you should go and where guilt or innocence lies. Now, how does that pertain to or relate to all of this kind of stuff? I have, since that time, adopted that same attitude towards any kind of critical incident that makes national news. I keep my mouth shut. I watch, I listen, I read, I pay attention to the actual experts, not all the other people that think they're an expert, but they don't know anything about anything. I ignore all of them, and I just pay attention, and I watch, and I see where the evidence leads. And if it's important enough to me to form an opinion about it, I will. And if it's not, I won't. And that's exactly what that book, The Death of Expertise, is all about. It's about asking yourself some really sharp questions. Do I know anything about this? Why am I offering an opinion? Why do I think my opinion as a non-playable character is as important as someone who is actually in the field? That's all they've done for 30, 40 years. They have a mountain of work behind them giving evidence that they are an authority. But me, with an internet connection and not much else, I'm going to argue with them. Take the 48, 72-hour rule on everything. That way you don't have to walk it back when you come out there with a very strongly held opinion and you find out you're wrong. And then the other thing is, be open to the fact that maybe we don't know what we're talking about, and we should do more listening than talking and typing. If you've read that book, post in the comments, let me know. I've read it several times since then, and it's a good checkup from the neck up to make sure that my attitude is good, that I'm not making mistakes, that I'm not making assumptions, and I'm just not being one of those insufferable know-it-alls. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.